Hello, Harness Racing Update fans. We are coming down the home stretch of the 2023 Standardbred Horse Sales Company auction. I'm Heather Vitale, and this is the fifth and final session from Harrisburg. Horsemen and women came out bright and early to the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex to look over and inspect the almost 250 horses entered in this Friday's mixed sale. The auction, which began at 11 a.m., featured race horses with the 2-year-olds kicking off the action with hip number 1285. While some buyers are here the entire week of the sale and others are in attendance for just the first 3 days featuring all yearlings, there are many in the standardbred sport like owner, trainer, driver Vic Kirby, who does his bidding and buying specifically during this session. Vic, this is your day. You want a horse who is ready to rock and roll on the racetrack from the get-go, right?
That's the idea, yeah.
And you've had some really good luck actually on this mixed sale day, the very end, Friday, right? And not only the very end of the sale, but actually the very end of the whole program. You've been known to bid on that last one or that second to last one.
Yeah, that's happened a couple of times. I was telling you earlier, the year at Timonium, I had the last horse in the sale, and then I think it might have been the next year, I had the second to last horse in the sale. It just worked out. It's at the end. I wouldn't call it desperation mode, but it's kind of like I want to get something, and that's the way it worked out. And fortunately, it worked out good because it doesn't always go like that.
Actually, you have one of the horses that you're racing now who's doing really well, Heaven's Pick, who you got at the Harrisburg Sale.
Yeah, we bought him here last year for $60,000, which is kind of steep for our group, but we really liked him. Fortunately, he's turned out very good, so it'd be nice to find another one like him, but you never know.
One of my favorite Vic Kirby's horses is Almar Surprise, and you got her during the racehorse sale at Harrisburg too, right?
Yeah, we bought her up here. Ooh, you're going back in time now. I want to say that was like 2008, and it was with the help of John Wagner. He picked her out for me, asked me if I liked her, and I said, well, I guess so, because we gave a very modest $6,000 for her, and she made a lot of money. But you always look for those diamonds in the rough here. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's pretty neat.
One of the things about being actually at a sale, online sales are great for the convenience and when you're looking for something and you want something right away, but isn't it great to be at a sale to be able to actually touch the horses?
Yeah, the physical part is so much better. I mean, you can actually touch the horse, go over it. A lot of times the trainer might be here. You can talk with them about it. Whereas, like you said, the online sale, yeah, it is very convenient, but you kind of got to go on word of mouth from the trainer, maybe the driver. Whereas here, you have fair game to go over them and either find what maybe you don't like or do like.
One of my favorite things, next to looking at all the horses, of course, at a sale, is, oh man, being a social butterfly. That's what I do. And actually, you bring a whole entourage with you at the sale, which is fun.
Yeah, I got a group that we've been coming up now probably for about the last 8 years. And like you said, we have a good time. We partake in some alcoholic beverages, usually as the sale goes on, which leads to some buys that you may or may not want to make. But no, we have a good time. It's great seeing people. Sometimes this is the only time of the year you see some of these people, and it's a neat event.
Well, best of luck of bidding today. I will be watching you, and I'll see. Maybe Vic will end up with that very last one in the sale, or second to last. Do you have your eye on it? Just wondering.
Actually, the next to last one I do, so we'll see.
Well, check it out. Thanks, Vic.
Thank you, Heather.
Yes, there were plenty in the biz eager to make a purchase and head right behind the starting gate, and others who were looking for exceptional race mares to take to the breeding shed. In fact, during the fabulous fillies part of the sale, we saw hip number 1382, McSeaside, consigned by Diamond Creek, bring $360,000. The daughter of Down by the Seaside took a mark this year of 148-4 and was acquired by Erica Surgent. Erica, you just got McSeaside, or I should say you just got her back, right?
Yes, exactly. We were the original breeders of her. She went on to do super well, and we're super excited to get her back and bring her into our breeding program.
So let's go back in history a little bit before we actually talk about your breeding facility. You got into horses at a young age, but your family, they were not into horses, so you had to talk
about that.
You had to talk them into it.
Took a couple years, but I finally did, started riding, and then it went down from there. There was no going back. So
So then how did you get into standardbreds? Because you started with warm bloods, is that correct?
Yes, and I still do that. I still ride and show jump in that. But it's actually a funny story. I had a friend of mine that wanted to bring his standardbred over to my farm in Pennsylvania with my riding horses to be turned out. And I just kind of got a little interested from there. I started going to the races, to the track, then I went to the auction and bought my first one, and then it kind of went from there.
Yeah, it's hard to not fall in love with standardbreds. They are really an incredible breed and so versatile.
It's so true. I was just saying this the other day to one of my riding horse friends. They were asking me about the breed. I'm like, they're the nicest horses. They're just so easygoing, and I probably broke about 5 of them to ride, and I've been able to get on all of them and just hop on and go. I'm like, they're such a nice breed.
Oh my God, what a great endorsement for the breed. I love this.
I love them.
Now let's talk about your breeding facilities. I mean, you've got a few different farms, so I'm going to let you take over the mic.
Yeah, we got a lot going on now. So we still have a farm up in Pennsylvania, but it's just riding horses. We actually moved our standardbred operation down to Ocala, Florida. We have amazing managers, Troy and Dottie Eiler, and they wanted to go down to Florida where it's warm and not be in the snow. So I totally agree with them. We all moved down there, and now we have a facility out there in Ocala that we actually bought from previous standardbred people. There's a track there and everything. We don't train there, but it's going really well, and the horses and people are happy.
How many broodmares do you have then?
We have about between 15 and 20 right now. We're trying to still continue building up our herd. Right now we'd like to be around 30 to 35 and have a good number there. Yeah.
So then how does this work? So the foals are born at your farm, and then you take them to different consigners, or what's the deal there?
Yes, we consign with Northwood, so we have since I've been doing this. They stay down in Florida until it's time to go to the sale. This year we sold most of our yearlings in Lexington, so we only sell them in Lexington and Harrisburg, and that's it. Yeah.
It was so great meeting you, and thank you again for the plug for our standardbreds. They're awesome.
Of course, I love them.
Thank you, Erica.
No problem. Thank you.
When we got to hip number 1417, Swanky Hanover, she lit up the board with a $450,000 price. The 3-year-old Muscle Hill filly, consigned by Preferred Equine, was purchased by James Averett Sr. And yet another fabulous filly was hip number 1416, Silly Me Hanover, consigned by Preferred Equine. The sophomore daughter of Walner fetched $335,000 and returned to her breeders, Hanover Shoe Farms. As we moved through the day, the ladies continued to command big prices with hip number 1472, Bella Chow, a Muscle Hill filly, consigned by Preferred Equine, seeing the gavel drop at $450,000. The 3-year-old filly was purchased by Patty Key for her broodmare band. Moving on to the male racehorses, there were 6 digits popping up, including a $330,000 purchase by Beau Westergaard. Hip number 1515, named a Point of Perfect, consigned by Preferred Equine, is a 3-year-old son of Walner, who took a mark of 151-2 earlier in the year. And Westergaard says the trotter will head back to his home of Denmark to compete overseas. And in the supplement, Heaven Hanover, the Hambletonian Oaks winner, consigned by Diamond Creek Farm, stepped in as hip number 1606 and was purchased for $450,000 and signed for by Robert Lindstrom. And you may be wondering, did Vic Kirby get to take anything home? Yep, and he didn't have to wait all day either. For $30,000, he took home hip 1490, consigned by Winback Farm, and this new horse will be residing at Kirby's Farm in Delaware. Dale, we have crossed the finish line for this 2023 sale. I feel pretty good. I thought today was really great.
Yesterday and today. Actually, yesterday we were up 5 million over last year on Thursday.
Wow, that's amazing. I love those numbers.
Yeah, and we're great today. I mean, it's a great ending to the whole thing. Coming into yesterday, we were down 19%. I think we're going to end up at about 8 total for the total sale.
Okay, so a big comeback.
Yes, big comeback in the mix sale. It was amazing, actually. It was amazing to watch and wonderful to watch.
This is always a fun day. It's kind of a social day for a lot of people. You know, it's a big racehorse day. I loved it. I had a great time, and I think people here, there's just smiles everywhere.
Yeah, everyone seems to be real happy, and most of our consigners, even yearling consigners, some were elated, some were okay, and there was only 1 or 2 that were pretty down, but we're okay, and I'm looking forward to next year already.
I love this guy smiling. This is the kind of Dale I want to see. Big smile on your face. What happens next? I can already see chairs are coming down and everything.
Yep, I'm organizing, getting tractor and trailers here to the docks, and we're starting to tear chairs down. We'll be tearing the tote system down tonight, and the guys will work another couple hours and then come in tomorrow. Until tomorrow night it'll be almost a ghost town, because all this office is temporary. This all comes down in pieces.
It's amazing how much is actually built and put together just for this sale.
Yeah, we've always talked about doing a time-lapse video from the time we start till the time we finish. It's just some of the guys weren't thrilled about it because I might see stuff I don't want to see. But no, it would be fun to do that. You walk in here and it's a completely bare building. The guys really enjoy it, and I enjoy it, and they care about all the people, and that makes a big difference.
Thank you, Dale, and thanks again for being on all week long with me.
Thank you. I was worried where you were. Last night I was finally up a day and you didn't show up.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. See, you know what? Then that means I have to catch you every single day. I will. Thank you, Dale.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I feel better, so that's why I'm a lot happier, too.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me this week as we brought you some highlights from Harrisburg. I hope you enjoyed watching. Of course, for more information and lots of great stories from the sale, you can subscribe to our free newsletter at harnessracingupdate.com. I'm Heather Vitale for HRU.